Welcome to Willa Powell. Let's Talk It Out podcast. I am Willa Powell. I will be the talking person today. My host is not with me today. She had to work. So guess what? Y'all got me by yourself. How about that part? Ain't God good? Listen, I want to talk about some stuff that's been going on in the past 2 weeks. We haven't talked about it in a while. It's been on my heart, so it's a lot. So we're going to go through a lot of stuff today, okay? And we're just going to do some talking today about some issues that's been going on, okay? One of the issues is I heard about the 3 students at Wisconsin State that died. Nobody quite yet know what happened to them. The student was McGee and Chaz Williams and Christian Glass. And they would say that they would lead to death. They died for somehow. Nobody still know the issue. Mr. McGee, Williams, and Glass was all part of Wisconsin State class of 2026, which means they was going to graduate next year, and that is a sad thing. They both was seniors biology majors. Glass was a senior information technology major. A former student athletic. And member of the Alpha Fraternity, Inc. And, it's sad when your kids come to school, to college, and, trying to get a degree, and then something happened to your children while they're in college. So we're going to keep those 3 individual families still in prayer, even though it happened a while ago. And the reason why I'm bringing this topic up, because a lot of stuff is going on with the school system today. Another one, I was talking to somebody, and he said, did you know about this officer that punched this guy in the face in the car? And I said, he did what? And he's like, he punched the guy in the face in the car. And I'm like, for what? And I don't know if he was getting stopped for his license or whatever, but somehow the officer just punched him. And it's been going viral on YouTube and on Instagram. And that was the first I ever heard of it. And I'm like, why would you want to punch somebody in the face? And all this police brutality stuff that's going on against our black people, especially our black men, this has to stop, y'all. This is ridiculous. We don't know what the issues is, why officers are coming at our black young boys, but it needs to stop. And it's sad that when our black boys get stopped by a police officer, they feel like, I don't know if they're trying to take this mess back to slavery where they can hit you in the kind of way or treat you in the kind of way. Somebody need to give these police people the memo. Slavery is over. You cannot treat these black boys or black people any kind of way no more. It's not going to happen. People are fighting back. Not only are they fighting back, they just killing. They're not even talking about it no more. They just killing now. So, I mean, this type of brutality with police, that kind of stuff has to stop. And I think it's sad that you driving, sometimes police will stop you anyway. Let me give you a little story. I remember I was driving. I had a T-top Thunderbird, a navy blue T-top Thunderbird. And I was coming off of Walltown Street. And it was at nighttime, I think around 11 o'clock on my way home. And the police stopped me. And I know I done everything I was supposed to have done, all the rules and regulation and everything. And the police stopped me, and I'm like, oh God, what are he stopping me for this time of night? So what I did, I drove to a gas station where it was going to be a lot of people. So if anything go down, we'd be some witnesses. So when he stopped me, he said, ma'am, you didn't stop. I said, yes, I did, sir. I made a complete stop, but it was cars coming. So if I didn't stop and I'm seeing cars coming, I would have pulled out in front of them cars and it would have been a wreck. So I know I had stopped the car. And he said, no, ma'am, you didn't stop. He said, can you get out the car? And I said, well, sir, I'm on crutches. I can't get out the car right now. Well, I still need you to get out the car. I said, sir, I'm on crutches. I can't stand up outside of the car right now. So he said, well, I'm going to call me some backup. I'm like, what? So I went and got my crutch and let him know I was disabled because I'm trying to tell him I'm disabled. I got on out the car. Don't you know that man says, sir, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm going to get back in the car and you have a safe trip to your house. For what? So sometimes you have to be careful, especially women. Be careful when you're driving by yourself. People can stop you for no reason. So just be careful of your surroundings and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing when you're driving. I also want to talk about this man. Have y'all heard about the the man in Danville that set that man on fire? I think he was like a councilman. He was a city councilman. Mr. Lee Walker. He was set on fire by this guy, and a lot of people don't know why he was set on fire. But apparently, they said that they knew each other. Now, y'all, listen. If they knew each other, me, in my opinion, I think it was more going on than what people think it was with those two guys. I think it was probably they was arguing back and forth about something that probably happened a while back. But when somebody come into your building where you work at and pour gas on you or just set you on fire trying to kill you, it's something else going on with that relationship. They say they knew each other, they was real close. So, I mean, in my opinion, if you look at him and you look at him, 1 and 1 plus 2 and not 4. Okay, so let's make some sense out of it. What you did? Thank you for being here. Y'all, this is my camera lady. With some of the stuff that you've been hearing that's been going wild, what do you say?
I'm like you. 1 and 1 cannot make 4.
Can't make 4.
So I can't make it up. Let's make it make sense.
Let's make it make sense, y'all. Everything that's happening have to make sense. Everything that's happening is a reason why that man put fire, went and blow this man up. He in the hospital with 3rd-degree burns on 80% of his body, y'all. 80% of his body. And that police say that they knew each other on a personal matter. 1 plus 1 don't equals 4. I'm not saying it. But I need y'all to put 1 and 1 and make it equals 2 so it can make some sense, okay? He was burnt over 60 to 80% of his body.
It sounds like the love was poured.
That was I didn't say it, y'all. I didn't say that. I will say it. Somebody was in love with somebody. Somebody broke up with somebody, and this other person didn't like what happened. So guess what? 1 and 1 do equals 2, don't it? Absolutely. I also read on Facebook about this woman, this Piedmont woman, was discovered having a video sexual act with her dog. Y'all.
I thought we got over these animals.
Y'all. I don't love animals like that. Now listen, when you got to start having, look, I understand there's men shortage. I understand that all the good men are probably almost gone. It's some good ones out there. They still out there, but it's some gone. But I do be doggone. I'm going to tell y'all know what I want to say. But I be doggone if I'm finna turn to a dog. That is gross. That is ridiculous. That is very much uncalled for. She have to be sick in the mind. Be sitting up there having sex with a dog, with an animal. I really don't know what to I mean, what can your animal do to you? Well, look, that you can do to yourself. Ain't no, Dita, stop looking at me like that. She's looking at me, y'all like, well, come on now. Look, when you having sex with your dog, you have a mental illness. You need to go seek you some help. You need to call somebody. But yeah, she was arrested. This happened back in 2023. So if this happened from 2023 and this 2025, and she just getting caught, I don't want to see nobody baby right here looking like a dog. And Pampers talking about woof woof. That ain't gonna work, y'all. That ain't gonna work. Now I know somewhere down at the end of the line and end of times, we're gonna start seeing a lot of little creatures and stuff like that. But when it comes to babies looking like dogs and start barking and telling me they want a bottle, where my bottle? We got an issue, y'all. Come on. Let's make it make sense. I'm back to that 1 + 1 don't equals 4. Got to make. And she was 29 years old, y'all. She was young. 29, so it's got to be a mental illness. She was arrested and she's on a $3,000 bond. That's not enough money, y'all. Y'all don't need to put this woman in jail. Y'all need to put this woman in a hospital. Y'all need to put her in a hospital. Do not send her to the dog pound. It ain't gonna work for her. It ain't gonna work. Don't send the woman to a dog pound. She should not be able to have an animal, period. That's just like these people out here that got child sexual molestation, and they out here, they don't need to be around children. So she don't need to be around no dogs. If you 29 years old and you having sex with your dog, baby, you need to go see somebody. You have a mental ill problem. Honestly, it don't make sense to me. And speaking of dogs, I saw this 67-year-old woman was bitten by her dog. What in the world? Now let me tell y'all what happened. I read about it. Her dog and another dog was fighting, right? You 67 years old. Let the dogs fight. Let them get it out there. Why are you in there trying to interrupt 2 dogs fighting and you 67 years old? And then your dog done got mad at you and bit you. He said, Master, let me go on and fight. Please, let me get it out my system. He wouldn't hurt. He was beating the dog. But you want to step in and go get your dog, and he turned around and bit you. All in the face and in the arms. Now you got to go to the hospital. Your dog has done been put down. He trying to fight. What other dog? The other dog gone. He done did his piece. They're just like 2 people out there in the streets fighting. You jump in it. The other person done got shot and gone and can't catch him. You 67-year-old, you need to go somewhere and look at TV, Family Feud on every day. Go look at Family Feud, get you some yarn, knit, and leave the dogs alone. You don't need to be up there fighting nowhere. Honestly, you don't need to be fighting nowhere. So I tell you, that's why I like to drink. Y'all, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I'm trying to get me some energy. And you know how I get. The stuff gets stuck around your mouth. So cheers to y'all. Hey, y'all, look at this right here. Willa Powell, Let's Talk About Podcast Cup. Ain't that gorgeous? Got my face and everything going. Ain't that pretty? My camera lady, Dita, did that. Thank you, Dita. Had to do your shout out, girlfriend. Thank you. I love it. I love it. She told me every time we do a podcast, you need to have you something to drink. So I got me some soda. It's too early, to drink, stuff. So I got me some soda right now. It's too hot and too early for that stuff. I drink the other stuff. I had to go there and lay down on the bed. Because I'll be like this, y'all. Out. Okay, and the victim dog, they was fighting. I see that. They say the victim dogs began fighting, and she tried to break it up, and all of a sudden the dog turned to her and began attacking her. So, baby, 67 years old, you don't need to be out there messing with no dogs. Just let the dog out the backyard, let him do what he got to do, and bring the dog back in. Don't be out there trying to walk up by the dog. Please. Also, I read that a Greensboro man was found with a lot of Finnegan, how you pronounce it? Finland, that would kill up to 3 million people back in June the 23rd. Them drugs, y'all. He had enough to kill up to 3 million people, y'all. And did y'all know that it's something that they now putting in weed that people are smoking is making them lose their mind completely. I saw it on Facebook where this lady, she had it was in the news, and she was smoking some weed, and somehow they chased it with something, and now she was laying in the street. It's like she didn't know where she was at. She was just in the middle of the street, just moving around like she was paralyzed, like she just couldn't move. So y'all, if I don't know who's smoking it, and I'm not calling nobody out, or I don't know, but if y'all smoking this stuff, y'all better be careful what you're smoking, because it is hurting people. It's making people lose their mind, and it's not good for you, y'all. It's not. You grown. I can't tell you what to do, but people, if y'all out there smoke, please be careful what you buying. Please be careful what you're smoking and what you're inhaling. But this man had enough fentanyl in his stuff to kill over 3 million people. He had 6,000 grams of fentanyl, 175 grams of cocaine. He had 23 firearms, and he had $222,681 on him when they arrested him. Now, he could have gave me the money. I'd have took that money off his hand, and he can have the drug, but I'd have took that $200,000. Yeah, me and him would have had a little conversation about that, but he had 2 milligrams of fentanyl. It was considered a lethal dose, so therefore 1 kilogram of it can kill 3 million people. So if he had 2 milligrams and 1 can kill 3 million, if he had 2, that'd kill what? 6 million people. That's how bad it is out here, y'all. Be careful, be careful. All right, we're getting ready to get to our subject. Y'all know what the subject is. We got to talk about the school. What's going on with Forsyth County schools, y'all? What's going on? Where's the money? Where is the money? Y'all do your audits. Where's the money, y'all? It don't make no sense. It was told, Forsyth County School overspent its annual revenue during fiscal year of 2022 and 23. They used COVID era temporary federal funding to support the staffing salaries. And when the federal fund dried up, Forsyth County School did not remove position, but instead absorbed the cost. And it is said that Forsyth County School override the budget 311 times to approve purchase orders. Where's the money, y'all? It says that Forsyth County School misused suspense accounts that was meant to be hold transactions into proper classification. The account balance of all the money that was missing was $332 million. Forsyth County School has lost over $332 million. Forsyth County School approved $8.5 million for the budget for Forsyth County School. So, in other words, y'all, what is happening? We're going to be losing a lot of staff when it comes to Forsyth County School. A lot of teachers are going to start losing their jobs. There's going to be a lot of shortage as far as the bus drivers. You don't have bus drivers now. But guess what? You're really not going to have no bus drivers. Because you remember they got a raise. Because you remember they protested last year, I believe it was a year or two, I believe. Was it like a year or two, Dee Dee, that they protested for the bus driver because they weren't making enough money and they have to deal with these crazy butt kids and they crazy butt parents? Yeah, they need more money. I think they need more than the teacher. Because let me tell you, let one of them with, girl, Okay, well, come back. Come back. You finna come out of character. Let me have been a bus driver and one of them kids would have hit me. I'd have been 12 feet up under the building. Trust me. Because somebody gonna have to die. I can't put up with nobody kids disrespect for kids. And we out here trying to do a deed for your parents to get y'all to school so your parents don't have to take you to school. Now guess what's gonna have to happen? Now they don't have enough bus drivers to pick up the kids. Some kids now have to ride, we either have to do share riding program with other parents to get your kids to school. Some of the buses are not stopping at some of the stops that they used to. They're going to have to combine a lot of stuff, which means your child may have to walk a long way to get to a bus stop now. It's getting ridiculous. So, like I said, there was already protesting because they weren't making enough money. Now the school don't have enough money to pay them. Yeah, I got to take a drink because this really upset me. I'm going to tell you why it's upset me. Hold on. I'm going to tell you why it's upset me. Okay, Willa. The reason why this issue is really upset me because the lottery supposed to help these schools. Where is the money that they say the lottery is supposed to help with the school system? Where's the money? People play lottery every day. I know these people making over millions and billions of dollars with people playing lottery. Everybody ain't winning every day. They're not hitting it every day. So they say this lottery is supposed to help with school system. Why isn't these people stepping in and help for Forsyth County School? They're building all the other schools and stuff, but nobody's worrying about Forsyth County. Where is the money? Okay, yeah, the commission then approved a certain amount of money, 8,000.7. Okay, that's good, but that's still not enough money for Forsyth County School. Where is the people that took the money? Where they at? Why ain't nobody saying nothing about them? Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. If it had been somebody black, it'd have been on the news every day. They'd have showed their face every day on the news. Ain't nobody showing nobody no faces of where who did what. And now they're saying they don't see nothing going on. Somebody had to steal the money. Where's the money? Somebody worked them books so the money can go into their pocket. Where's the money? Where's the lottery money at, y'all, to help the schools? Y'all got kids that need education. Now y'all finna pull, and I heard on the news too, D, now listen to this. Because they don't have the money for the schools, right? They getting ready to get rid of some of the teachers, and now they're getting ready to pull all these kids in one class now.
That's not going to work.
That's not going to work. Because guess what? Teachers having a hard enough time with the little bit of students that they have now. So if you put more teachers, more students in these classes, they ain't going to be able to pay attention to a lot of these children. Not no one teacher.
Because what is the max of how many students you can have in a classroom?
I think of like 20, 15 to 20 now. So if they double that, they don't have enough room for all of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be a sign of poor education.
Poor education. Guess who kids going to fail? Guess who kids? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just smacking my hand. But guess who kids is going to fail, y'all? So parents, you're going to have to step up with your children and make sure they're getting what they're getting from home before they get to the school. You got to work with your kids, but if you don't, y'all, we looking at a failing school system, honestly. And then what makes it so bad, they had Paisley School up there. Some of the Paisley School people are going to the Atkins School, are going to Atkins Elementary School. I can't remember the other school, but they're going to be moving some schools away to some of the other schools. So guess what? It's an overload. That's an overload, y'all. They said that they will have to make more staff cuts at the school board meeting on Tuesday night. The interim superintendent, Katie Moore, said that 300 to 350 positions will be eliminated.
And if you're not a parent that's, really into being with your child's teacher,
with the education, right,
and really up on your education with your children, you better.
Absolutely, it's the time now. When they have teacher parents meetings and stuff, you got to get with them, y'all. You got to look at the progress reports and see how your children doing.
Our children are our future.
The children, as they say, they are our future. And we have to really get up on our kids, y'all. Please don't fail your children because the school system is trying to do it now. And you got to realize the schools is really overpopulated anyway. And I'm not saying that about it because we got the Mexican kids. You got a lot of them that's overpopulated, the blacks in schools now.
That's where the learning is getting failed.
And that's where the learning is getting absolutely dead. But listen to this. The superintendent, Katie Moore, said they're going to eliminate 300 to 350 positions, right? Look at the position that they're going to eliminate. They are making the following adjustments. The central office-based administration staff, they get ready to eliminate that. They get ready to eliminate the school-based instructional staffings. This is the one that's upsetting me. Exceptional children programs. Y'all, I got to pause. Listen, the exceptional children really needs this, y'all. I don't know what we can do as a community or as a whole to try to help, but exceptional children, you're looking at children that's not more out like the other kids are, or more educated or whatever like the other
it's
kids
more
are.
needed.
More needed. You're looking at the kids that's in wheelchairs and stuff that's gonna need these teachers to help them. And really, I know it could be hard on parents to try to teach them, but we have to do it. We have to work hand in hand, y'all. I mean, we got to help somehow. I don't know. We might need to go out there and protest. I don't know what we need to do, but and listen to this from the district funded dental insurance. They get ready to lose that. I'm not trying to be funny. We don't need no teachers out there with no teeth in the mouth, y'all, because they can't talk. We don't need no gaps in their mouth. They need dental insurance. Everybody needs dental insurance. They get ready to cut all this stuff out. It's bad. And they say this reduction can total anywhere from $19 to $25 million. So in other words, that if they do all this cutting in those areas, they cutting over $19 to $25 million, I guess, which will help go back into the school system. But you still losing staff. We still losing teachers that the children need. And I know one guy, he was on the news and he was saying that he might have to go somewhere else and teach. He have a family. I get it. He might have to go like to Raleigh or something like that and find him a teaching job. I get it. Somewhere outside of Forsyth County School. Y'all got to figure out what happened to this money, or whoever is responsible. They really need to be held accountable for what they have done, honestly. And like I was telling you before, the transportation, the kids getting back and forth to school, they're going to have to really, really need that. And this is my last point, y'all. Did y'all not know that Winston-Salem about Wake Forest High School parent? Did you hear about that? Where they was hit with a ticket on their car or dropping off and picking up their students? They got a ticket, y'all, $200 ticket for dropping off and picking up their kids at West Forsyth High School. I'm not sure where that is. That's near, West Forsyth is near where, I'm not sure. It's over by Louisville and Clemensville, somewhere out in that area, where they got hit with $200 tickets, the parents did, for just sitting there waiting to drop the kids off or pick them up, because they said they wasn't in the line. Let me see how they say. The cars were parked along Clemensville and Louisville Road. They were told they have to follow the school designated traffic plan for drop-off and pickups.
And this was in the first week of school?
The first week of school, these parents are getting tickets for $200 at that high school. The first week.
Okay, and you just was talking about the money.
And just talking about the money.
So where this money is going to go?
Yeah, I'm just speechless. I'm just speechless. I don't know. Y'all, as a spokesperson for my podcast, I really do feel bad that we all going through this the first week of school. I don't know why it took so long for all of this to. I mean, you had the summertime, you had all this other stuff to get all this stuff prepared for the school year, and for all of this to happen in the first week. Just imagine what's going to happen the months along as school gets started. You know what I'm saying? I just feel sorry for our kids now. When we was going to school, and I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was, but when I was going to school, we didn't have no type of issue as far as school. We didn't have to bring supplies to school. We had them big, pretty color. Remember them crayons? Girl, I used to love those crayons.
And we didn't have to supply the teachers.
We didn't have to supply teachers with nothing. Teachers didn't want for nothing. We had it all. We didn't have to buy our paper. We had a little writing paper where we had to learn how to write in cursive.
And do you remember the school store?
The school store, yes. But wait a minute, D. Do you remember the school pizza? Girl, that was the best pizza and fries at the school. Go to school now and get one.
No.
You won't get one. They won't get. And you know what's so funny, D? I know President Obama's wife was doing the thing for the healthy part of the school system. Why the kids still fat? Why the kids still fat? Why they still fat? Some of them still obese. But what the healthy part? I guess, look, in the summertime, they really eat, don't
they? Why they putting a price on everything now?
Yeah, they putting a price on everything. So, y'all, those was the hot topics that I really wanted to talk about today. With our school system, I really feel sad about what's going on with the same for Site County School. And then I really feel bad about our students. I wish I was a teacher. I can help somehow. I don't know what we can do as, what you say, Dee?
Not I.
No, Dee, come on now. Well, maybe because I got grandkids, and maybe that's why I feel sorry.
I have 9.
Well, honey, I don't know. I just wish we could do more for our podcast, but we're going to keep praying for what's there for Site County Schools. We're going to continue to keep praying for our children. Oh, and before I go, I know in the news, too, that you can carry weapons and stuff to school. Yeah. I heard about that, too. The teachers are allowed to have weapons in school because they're saying that just in case somebody want to come into school and start shooting people, they can protect the kids. Y'all, kids, you better get in the closet. I'm just going to tell you, I can't help you. I'm trying to hide myself. So now, they don't have to have, you don't have to have no, what is a paper now to carry a permit to carry a gun. So guess what y'all doing? Y'all giving the school system
the Army base.
The Army base to make them go out there and shoot. They got drug dealers and stuff in schools. So guess what? When they get to fighting, they can start shooting. It don't even matter. And ain't nobody going to get in trouble. They don't have to have a permit no more. They don't have to have a permit, and that's sad. And they saying they want to do this because with so much going on in the school, the teacher can't, pretty much help. That's what the police is and stuff for. But listen to this. Look at the fire department. They get ready to protest. A lot of them get ready to quit because they taking all their time from them. They don't took their vacation times and stuff down. They don't drop all of that. So a lot of them upset about that. So they get to shooting. Huh?
That's a new topic.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm running my mouth now. Look, I need to talk about some stuff, but we're going to talk about this police department stuff, the guns, and the fire department. So continue to tune in. Next time we talk, we're going to talk about that. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for joining. I appreciate y'all putting up with my crazy self. Tune in. Please go to YouTube and subscribe. So when this comes, you can it'll automatically come to you. Text me, email me if you want something. You want to talk about something. Let me know. And also, if you want to be a host on this podcast, reach out to me on my Facebook page, World of Business Facebook page, or you can even send me a note on the YouTube when you listen to the podcast. Let me know you want to be a host on this podcast. Whatever you want to talk about, we're going to talk about it because that's what it's all about, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And remember to always talk to God. He would love to hear from you. Thank you. Have a good day.